Hey guys, I'm EB. This is Golfing Minnesota, and today we are doing a What's in the Bag for 2022. Now, if you are a follower of ours on Instagram, or if you stay tuned to the YouTube channel, then you know there have been a few bag updates. That was last season. Last season for me was going through, trying a bunch of different clubs, trying to figure out what worked best for my game. So there was kind of a lot of updates being done, from irons to 3-woods to drivers to putters to wedges, you name it. It kind of went through a lot of different phases last season. So this season, I'm letting you guys know what clubs I have in the bag. I don't anticipate that there's going to be a lot of changes because I really feel pretty darn good about the setup that I have heading into the season. So we're going to talk about the bag I use. We're going to talk about the wedges. We're going to talk about the new irons that I got. We're going to talk about so a new hybrid, a new 3-wood, a new driver, and we are going to talk about the putter that I use. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The bag that I use right now is this Nike Extreme Sport 4. Now, Nike made a bunch of different bags in the 2000s. This one just happens to be one that I actually found. Like the design of it, it is kind of like this white and gray plaid. It's an 8-way divider, and I just am a big fan of how the clubs fit in this bag. It's nice, it's lightweight, and it's just overall a great bag, and it's been really good to me. I'm super happy about this bag. I'm glad I have it. I think later this year, I think I might go ahead and do a 14-way carry. This is kind of a bag that I kind of want to use for when I play in any more classics or any tournaments. I want to really bring out this bag because this is super nice. It's pretty minty. It's in mint condition, and I want to try to keep it as nice for as long as possible. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into the wedges. For those of you who don't know, I use a Titleist VOKEY spin milled wedges. I have it in the 56, 60, and 64 are the 3 wedges that I have. And this is kind of what it looks like. You can kind of see there. It's got the copper finish or bronze finish, however you want to describe that color there. And that's super nice and really helpful when I'm taking wedge shots where I'm right in the sun and the sun's shining down on the club face. I don't get all that reflection or the glare in my eyes. This finish kind of helps cut that out. So, like I said, I got 3 wedges, 56, 60, 64. All of these, even though they are older VOKEY wedges, they are still in really good shape. The wedges are the grooves are in really good shape. They're nice and clean. And these clubs still have a lot of life left in them. I might get them reshafted at one point. These still have all the original shafts. I might have them reshafted so they're matching the shafts that I have in my irons. Talking about irons, this is something that I changed up during the off season so far. So when I first started this golf adventure again, I started with Wilson Staff Tour Blades. Now, the thing about those that I liked is that I could manipulate the ball a lot better than I could with my Nike Slingshot irons. Just the big chunky cavity backs, really hard to do any sort of shot shaping with. It was just not a player's iron. However, the thing about the blades were that you had to be an excellent ball striker to hit those pure every time. I just quite wasn't there in my game, but I think I'm ready for a player iron. And so far, these irons have been really amazing. I really like the way they feel. I've hit a few shots on the simulator. I really like the numbers that I got back on them. And the irons that I have are the Ping S58. And you can kind of see the face or the club head there. S58. And this is a player's iron. It's not as thin and kind of like a butter knife like a blade is, but it's not as chunky as a cavity back. And I'm able to really maneuver and manipulate the ball, whether I want to go left or right of the pin, if I want to hit a stinger, or if I just want to hit a normal shot. And I'm able to shape it real well, things like that. So I'm super excited that these are in the bag. One of the things that is the exact same between these irons and the old Wilsons that I used to game and play they're the exact same shaft. So the shaft is the exact same. It's a dynamic gold S300 shaft. I really like the way the shaft feels. You know, it's nice through the follow through, nice in the backswing, all around. It's a great trusty shaft to have in these irons. And so far, I love the performance of these clubs. I do have it 3-through pitching wedge. However, I do not carry the 3-iron with me all the time. It's usually just 4-through pitching wedge in the bag. So, but these are the new irons that I recently picked up. And so far, I have been loving them. I'll try to get videos and footage of me hitting these on the range and things like that. I plan on going to some indoor ranges, indoor facilities, continue to work, get some work in on the simulators and things like that. So those are my new irons. My wedges have stayed the same. My irons have changed for this season. Speaking of change, one of the other things that have changed is I used to have a 3 hybrid in the bag. That has changed. I did away with the 3 hybrid with the steel shaft, brought in a 2 hybrid with a graphite shaft, and the 2 hybrid is this Nike SUMO SQ2 hybrid. This does have a black and yellow graphite shaft in it. It is a stiff flex. One of the things I like about this is it looks super sleek. It's got the matte finish on the top of the club head, and it's just really, really nice 2 hybrid. I use this as a utility club and my driving iron. This thing's incredibly universal, and I just like it in the bag. So in the graphite shaft in a hybrid is something that I probably will continue to use if I decide to get like a 3 or 4, or if I even decide to get another hybrid. Definitely the graphite shaft I feel like fits me the best, and it's worked well so far. I hit this really well in the fairways. Fairways and off the tee. I will probably hit this more often off of a fairway if I have a lot of ground to make up versus my 3-wood, just because I'm more comfortable hitting a hybrid off of the fairway than I am my 3-wood. So that is new for 2022 as well. Talking about 3-woods, this is my new 3-wood here, or not new, but new to me. And it is a Nike as well. And I'll kind of show you the bottom of the club face there. That's what it looks like. And one of the things that's different about this 3-wood versus the one that I had in the bag before was the last 3-wood was that Ram G-Force that I had for a while. That had a wider club face. It was a little more chunky, a little bit bigger of a club head overall. This one's smaller. This one has a more narrow and compressed club face. So I really got to strike the ball perfectly when I hit this. And so far, I've managed to do that. This thing is absolute beast off the tee. I hit really nice shots with these. And I can do a fade or a draw with this, which a draw is something that I'm just now figuring out how to hit, and I'm able to kind of do that. Not consistently yet, but I am able to hit that shot, which is nice to see since I've been trying to work on that for a while now. And so, but this 3-wood by far is the best 3-wood that I've hit and that I've owned out of the 3-woods that I've tried, and I've actually been through quite a few. So I really like this. I'm glad it's in the bag. I'm expecting to find many fairways with this 3-wood. So, Nike 3-wood, it is in the bag for 2022. Speaking of finding fairways, that's going to bring me to my driver, the D-stick, the big dog, whatever nickname you have for your driver. This is the one that I'm currently swinging. Out of the drivers that I've used, out of the drivers that I guess if you will tested, This is my favorite one so far. So this is a Nike Mach Speed Black. Now, when Nike dropped this driver originally, when they released it, it came in two different styles. It came in a round head and it came in a square head. This is the round head edition. This is a 10.5 degree driver. It is adjustable for a fade or a draw, but I believe it's labeled left or right. I have it sitting in that neutral position, and so far I haven't missing fairways isn't something I really do with this. So that's what I like about it. The consistency on this to date, this is a driver that I've hit the furthest. So we're talking carry distance and total. This kind of has this is the farthest driver I've been able to hit. So I'm super excited to have it in the bag for 2022. That's the kind of the bottom of the club there. You can kind of see it's all black and it looks super stealthy, super clean. I really like the look of this thing. It does have the Mitsubishi shaft in it, as well as my 3-wood and my hybrid. Those are all consistent in the Nike clubs that I have. The thing that is different than the hybrid and the 3-wood is this has a gloss finish on the back. But overall, I really like the way this driver feels. It fits my swing, and I just really dig it. And it's something that I know that I can hit some wonderful shots with. So I'm expecting this not to miss a bunch of fairways, but that's okay if it does. We can't expect perfect shots every time. And that is why I like having that 3-wood in the bag with it as well, because I know when my driver, when I'm not hitting my driver well, I know my 3-wood is kind of usually where it picks up the slack there. So I'm super excited to have this one in the bag. It's been nothing but good to me so far, and I've taken it out and kind of did some test driving with it on the simulators, and so far I really like the feel, I like the performance of it. So that is my hybrid, my 3-wood, and my driver for 2022. Now going on to my putter. This is something that I got for my birthday, and my wife actually purchased it for me. The thing about this is I've actually not had a chance to test it on an actual putting green. Everything's kind of been indoors right now because of the winter. And so I haven't really got to put this bad boy in action per se, but so far with the putting green and things like that in the house, one of those putting greens that you can buy at Walmart or whatever, I really like the way this thing feels. I like the way it feels off the face. I like the way it rolls the ball. All of that thing you look for in a putter, this kind of checks all of those boxes. And so the putter I'm talking about is the Ping 8. And this has that gold/bronze finish to it. Here's the back of the putter there. I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of says 8 and Ping or Ping 8 somewhere around here. And then here's the face of it. It's just got a smooth face, no milling or anything. And I really like the way that feels. One of the big changes I made with my putter was that I went from using a 35-inch to a 33-inch. And I felt like being able to really stand over the ball did a few things. One, it let me feel like I had more control. And two, it kind of allowed me to be more confident in the putts that I was making. So I felt like that has paid off so far in all of the putting practice that I've done. So I'm expecting big things from this putter moving forward, and I think it will really help shave some strokes off of my golf game. Well, this has been the video for what is in my bag. If you guys like it, make sure to hit the like button, drop a comment if you want, good or bad, no worries here. If you follow us on Instagram, great. We'll make sure to follow you back. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, guys, we'll catch you when the snow thaws and golf season is upon us. So, in the meanwhile, make sure you're practicing your short game. Make sure you're doing everything you can do to prep for next season. And we'll catch you when the snow melts. Have a good day, guys.